Across the world, entire villages stand frozen in time, silent witnesses to lives abruptly left behind. What once echoed with laughter and footsteps now crumbles beneath vines and dust. From war-torn landscapes to nuclear shadows, these abandoned places are more than ruins. They're stories waiting to be heard. Pripyat in Ukraine is just one. Once vibrant, now swallowed by silence after the Chernobyl disaster. So, what would it feel like to walk those deserted streets, where life stopped mid-step? Let's journey through 8 haunting villages and uncover the chilling truths behind their mysterious disappearances. Oradour-sur-Glane, France. There's a place in France that refuses to be forgotten, a village where every building and every object tells a haunting story. Oradour-sur-Glane, located in southwestern France, was the site of one of World War II's most horrific atrocities. On June 10, 1944, Nazi soldiers stormed the village, rounding up the entire population of over 600 men, women, and children, and brutally executed them. The village was then set on fire, its buildings reduced to rubble. Today, Oradour-sur-Glane remains a preserved memorial to the lives lost and the horrors of war. Walking through the ruins, it feels as though the town has been frozen in time. The buildings, the abandoned cars, and even the personal belongings left behind all contribute to the eerie atmosphere. The village was never rebuilt, and it stands as a permanent reminder of the atrocities committed that day. The haunting silence that now pervades the streets of Oradour-sur-Glane is a somber tribute to the victims of the massacre, and a call to never forget the lessons of history. As you explore the site, you can't help but wonder, how does a community recover from such a loss? Oradour-sur-Glane's abandonment is not just physical but a poignant emotional marker, ensuring the memories of those lost are never erased. Hashima Island, Japan. When you think of abandoned places, what comes to mind? For many, Hashima Island in Japan is the embodiment of desolation. Known as Battleship Island because of its resemblance to a warship, this once thriving coal mining island tells a story of rapid industrialization and its abrupt collapse. In the 1950s, Hashima was home to over 5,000 people, living and working in cramped conditions on an island just 6.3 acres in size. The island was a hub of coal production, supporting Japan's post-war industrial boom. But in 1974, when the coal mine closed, the population disappeared almost overnight. What remains today is a chilling ghost town with towering concrete buildings that have fallen into disrepair. Wandering through the island, you'll notice the haunting remnants of a bustling past. Empty apartment buildings stand as stark reminders of the once thriving community. The island's factories are rusted and silent, their machinery still frozen in time. But what makes Hashima particularly eerie is the way nature has slowly started to reclaim the island. Plants grow through the cracks in the concrete, and the relentless sea air is eroding the once immaculate structures. Hashima Island is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing explorers and history enthusiasts eager to learn about its industrial past. Despite its once bustling nature, it is now a somber reminder of what happens when human ambition outgrows its surroundings. Gairo Vecchio, Italy. In Sardinia, there's a village that was drowned not by war or abandonment, but by nature's power. Gairo Vecchio, a quiet village nestled in the mountains, was abandoned in the 1960s following a series of catastrophic floods. The villagers had no choice but to leave, as the area became too dangerous to inhabit. But even as the village was left behind, it wasn't forgotten. Over time, nature began to take over, and today, Gairo Vecchio stands as a testament to the power of both nature and time. The stone buildings, now overtaken by vines and vegetation, look like something out of an old fairy tale. The remnants of homes, churches, and streets are scattered throughout the village, but the overwhelming sense of quiet and stillness is the most striking feature. Unlike many abandoned villages where destruction or war is the cause of death, Gairo Vecchio's decline was a slow, natural process. The village's abandonment serves as a reminder of how delicate our relationship with nature can be. As you walk through the ruins, you can almost feel the spirits of those who once called this place home. The once vibrant community, now swallowed by the earth, is a place frozen in time, waiting for someone to remember its story. Al Medam, UAE. In the heart of the Arabian desert, there's a village that has been claimed by the relentless dunes of time and nature. Al Medam, often called the Buried Village, is located near the UAE-Oman border, and it has become one of the most mysterious abandoned places on Earth. What makes this village so captivating is its haunting desert location, where sand has slowly and steadily engulfed the structures, leaving only the rooftops and mosque spires peeking through the dunes. Al Medam wasn't always a ghost town. It was once a thriving settlement, but over the years the shifting sands made life unbearable. The exact reason for its abandonment remains a mystery, adding an air of intrigue to the village's history. Some believe that it was abandoned due to water scarcity or other environmental factors, while others think it could have been driven by supernatural events, as rumors of ghostly sightings and strange phenomena circulate. As time passed, nature took over, swallowing the houses and streets whole. Today, the village looks like a surreal oasis of forgotten memories. The eerie silence that fills the air only adds to its allure, and it's easy to imagine the stories that once echoed through the streets of Al-Madam. What remains is a fascinating glimpse into the fragility of human settlements in the face of nature's power. Derwent, England. There's a village in England that, for decades, has been hidden beneath the surface of a reservoir, a once thriving community now submerged underwater. Derwent, located in the picturesque Derbyshire Peak District, was a rural village with a rich history until it was drowned in 1944. The construction of the Lady Bower Reservoir, a vital water supply project for the growing population of the area, required the flooding of the village. Residents were forced to leave their homes, and as the water levels rose, Derwent was lost to the depths. Yet on rare occasions, Derwent reappears. During droughts or when water levels in the reservoir drop, the outlines of its stone buildings, streets and bridges emerge, providing a ghostly snapshot of a time long gone. The most iconic feature of the village, the church, can sometimes be seen, its tower just above the surface, as if standing guard over the memories of those who once lived there. While the village is no longer accessible, its story remains alive, reminding us of the ways that human needs often dictate the fate of the places we hold dear. Derwent serves as a metaphor for the passing of time, where progress and necessity often come at the expense of history and community. Each appearance of the village, though brief, is a powerful reminder of how nature and human intervention intertwine to shape our world. Imber, England. In the rolling hills of the English countryside lies a village that's been almost completely forgotten by time. Imber, once a thriving rural community in Wiltshire, was abandoned in 1943 to make way for a military training ground during World War II. The British Army requisitioned the land to train troops for urban warfare, forcing the entire population to leave their homes and livelihoods behind. For many, Imber became a casualty of war, its peaceful existence interrupted by the necessity of preparation for battle. What makes Imber fascinating is its eerie sense of abandonment mixed with its military history. Today the village remains largely uninhabited, and the only signs of life are the occasional visitors who come to walk through its streets. The homes, the church, and the streets are all still standing, but they're gradually decaying, with wild vegetation creeping through cracks in the buildings. The village is not entirely off limits, and visitors can explore it during special open days. It's a village frozen in time, its wartime legacy forever tied to its abandonment. The reason for its continued desolation, however, is its use as a military training ground, and though it may never be repopulated, Imber's story serves as a poignant reminder of the costs of conflict. The abandoned homes and empty streets of Imber reflect the sacrifices made during wartime and the enduring effects of those decisions on the people who once lived there. Ulnaby, England. There's a village in England that's been abandoned for centuries, and yet its legacy remains etched in the landscape. Ulnaby, a medieval settlement in the northeast of England, once stood as a thriving rural community, but over time, it was slowly abandoned, possibly due to a combination of economic decline and social shifts. Unlike many ghost towns, Ulnaby's decline wasn't marked by sudden events like war or disaster, but rather by the slow, steady drift of life moving on. Today, Ulnaby exists only as a series of earthworks and remnants of old stone foundations. Though no buildings remain intact, the outlines of the village can still be seen in the surrounding fields, offering a quiet reflection on medieval life. Archaeologists and historians believe that Ulnaby was once a hub of farming activity, but with the rise of nearby towns and shifting trade routes, its importance dwindled. Today the site is a scheduled ancient monument, carefully preserved so that future generations can glimpse what life might have been like during the medieval period. Walking through Ulnaby feels like stepping into another time, where the only sounds are the whispers of the wind through the tall grass and the occasional chirp of a bird. Ulnaby serves as a reminder of how villages rise and fall with the passage of time, leaving only faint traces of their once thriving existence. It's a quiet, peaceful place that invites contemplation, offering a rare glimpse into the distant past. And there you have it, 7 villages that were once thriving communities now left to fade into history. It's a powerful reminder of how quickly things can change, and how time has a way of reclaiming even the most bustling places. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss another exploration with us. Subscribe to DwellScape for more incredible stories, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which abandoned village intrigued you the most? Let's keep the conversation going.